Hey everybody! Joy here. Just one day since I made a video. What is wrong with me? I'm telling you, it's fall. It's fall, or is it winter? Is it winter? It's probably winter now. But it is cool. It's like in the 50s outside. And so it's cool in the house. I have my thermostats on 65. I don't know why, but I just like it cool. I seem to get a whole lot more done. So I started to do a project and I thought, oh, I should make a video of it. Don't pay any attention to what I tell you about when I'm going to do something. I wake up every day in a new mood. So look here. Y'all remember this. Oh, good heavens, yes, we remember it. We're so sick of it. The thing is, I didn't use this block. And I picked it up yesterday and I started to throw it in the trash. And I thought, well, that is such pretty batik, and I went to all the trouble of making it and it turned out really good. So I thought, what could I do with this? So what I'm doing is I'm cutting out a dolman, short dolman sleeve top with my Judy Kessinger top pattern. And I'm going to applique this to the chest. What do you think? I look in the mirror and I think, Joy, that's the worst idea you ever had. You look like you're wearing a pumpkin shield and you're going to go to war. But I don't care. I'm going to try it anyway. I figure if it looks too bad, I can just unsew it and take it off of there. Okay, so do you want to see? Let me go cut out the blouse and put this on it and then try on the blouse, and then I'll come and I'll show it to you with the giant pumpkin on the wall. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. That might be what happens to it. We shall see. Stay with me. So here it is. I just thought I'd show you before I get it all cut out. Look at that, 2 pieces. There are 2 pieces, a front and a back. You don't have to sew in a sleeve. You'll have to hem the sleeves and hem the neck and hem the bottom. So that will take the most time. And so you can see my color of fabric and how my little heart matches it, see? And so the applique, this will be an applique on the front of the blouse. This will be center front. Are you thrilled? But I wanted to show you, I cut off this much of the dolman underarm because it came way down too far on me. But I think I cut too much off, so I added about half of it back in, and I wanted you to see what tool I used to do that and how I added that much back in. I added 3/4 inch back in, but I cut off, this is 2 inches I cut off of it. So I have lost maybe 4 pounds. I'm so excited. I know, because my boobs are floating around in my bra. Can always tell by that, can't we? Alrighty, I'll be back. Okay, how do I learn all these things I know about sewing and fitting? I've learned a lot of things because I make mistakes all the time. Look at this crazy thing. Can you applique cotton fabric onto a knit? Yes. Should you applique a great big square onto a knit? Probably not. If you do, maybe you shouldn't do it on a dolman sleeve. My sleeves aren't done, I just have them folded up, so if they're falling down, that's why. Because that's how short I'm going to make them. I like my sleeves short. Oh, that one's all the way down. Yeah. So those will be up. So since this is a dolman, it has all this extra real estate here. And because the square is sewn down with a million little stitches around the heart and around the pumpkin and around the outside, it's keeping the, what do you call it? The drape. It's keeping the drape from draping under the square. So I have all of these pulls and strange looking affairs going on. So, the good news is, whenever you're making a knit garment, top, whatever, it could be a nightgown type thing, but whenever you're making it for a shirt, and it doesn't turn out, you can always use it for a nightgown. So I decided, since I have the pumpkin quilt in the coach, I might as well have my new pumpkin sleeping top. I'll have to have pants to go with it, but my sleep shirt. The marks are iron off pen, so it's not dirty. It's a wonderful knit. I'm going to order some more of it from Joann's. I'm going to go in there and see if it's on sale. I love this knit. It's a really nice knit. It's their polyester spandex, no nylon. Very nice knit. I really like it. But as you can see, the square is causing issues. I'm wondering, I doubt it would make any difference. I thought, I wonder if I had cut the knit off the back of it, if it would make a difference, but it wouldn't, because it's still attached all the way around the square, so that ain't gonna make a bit of difference. So the thing is, do smaller pieces so there's room for the drape to drape and you're not blocking off the drape. Okay, so that's today's lesson on sewing with joy. Okay, so now it's a couple days later. I think the last thing I showed you on this continuous little video here was I was going to put a great big giant quilt block on my chest. Let me give you a tip. Don't do that. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, and it doesn't work. Remember, I had a quilt block left over from making this quilt, and so I got the bright idea to make a shirt and slap it on the middle of the front of the shirt. Don't do it. It's not a good idea. If it had not been a square, if it had been round like the pumpkin with the little leaf at the top and the stem, I think it would have worked. But being a square, it did not work. It kept the, I've got it downstairs, but it's in the laundry. It kept the fabric from hanging. You know, it would hang here and it would hang here, but it wouldn't hang in the middle or where it was connected on the sides. And so it just messed up the whole look of the shirt. Plus it looked like I'd been out jogging and I accidentally ran into the side of one of those barns that has those big quilt blocks up at the top. And the quilt block stuck to my chest. It was not a good look. Oh yes, and I'm sorry. Pardon my laughter, pardon my moving, my dancing. Pardon. Evidently, that's a bad thing to do, and if I didn't do it, I'd have more viewers. So, you know what? The reason I like doing this is because I'm looking at a black pole with a black camera on the top of it. And it doesn't have any eyes, and it doesn't have a mouth, and it doesn't have any shoulders. And so I don't look out there at real people and see them just rolling their eyes, yawning, shaking their heads. In front of this little camera, I can 85% maybe be the real Joy Bernhardt. Not 100%. I could not do this if I couldn't. I feel like I have spent most of my life, until I started making videos, I feel like I've spent most of my life trying not to be myself. Not to laugh too much, not to giggle too much, not to move too much, I used to want to walk down the hall at work and just dance down the hall and turn and curve and dance and say, hello, Bill, hello, Joe, hello, Mary, hello, Sue. But I couldn't do that, of course. You have to be sophisticated. Well, that's not me. And if that bothers any of you, I don't know why I would even have to apologize. You don't have to watch me. And you can go someplace else, because most of the people on YouTube that I've watched that do sewing and quilting, they sit in a chair and they hardly move at all the whole time you're watching them, and it's all I can do to stay awake. So, that's me. You're you. Maybe you should make some videos, and then all the people that don't like me will come and they will watch you. I lost a subscriber, and I don't know if it was that lady. If that lady's still here, hey, I still love you, and thank you for staying with me. Okay, so I had a question about the Strawberry Sundae Quilt. Anytime I make a video by the Strawberry Sundae Quilt, somebody asks me about it. And so this is where I got the pattern. And I got it many, many, many years ago. And it's in this book. And it's on the cover. You can find this book in my Amazon store. Down below in the description box, you'll see the link. And you can go, and if you'll go to my Amazon store and then look down until you see the category called books, you can go in there, and what I just saw was the very first book there, and you can see the picture on the cover. So, let me see if I can find it in here. Yeah, there it is, right there. Here it is inside. So this is one of the first quilts I made, actually, and I spent like 1,000 hours getting all those points to be perfect. So you notice I never changed that quilt. That's one of my very favorites. And the one in the book is called Butterscotch Sundae. I made that one, called it Strawberry Sundae. And one of you who's asked me what book it is going to make one and call it Blueberry Sundae. And oh, I can't wait to see it. That'll be wonderful. I think they made it in here in a different color. Let me look and see. This one must be Chocolate Sundae. But there it is in a black and cream. So I don't know what they called that one. But this is a great book. It's got lots of good quilts in it. So, I wanted to put that in here and let you know that. I have not gotten any farther on my ocean quilt, but I have gotten a couple comments. My sister said, I said, should I put the dark at the bottom instead of on the top because the ocean gets darker going down? But then my husband said, you're not looking at the ocean from up to down. You're looking at it from the beach way out into the ocean where the boat is. So he says, the farther you look out into the ocean, the darker it gets. And then my sister said, it depends if it's a nighttime ocean or a daytime ocean. So I haven't made up my mind how I want to put the colors in the ocean yet, so I haven't gotten anywhere on that. I did make the giant, horrible quilt block top, and it is now a sleep shirt. And the pants, oh, the pants. I thought, well, now this is going to be a sleep shirt. I need some pants to sleep in or to wear with it until I get in bed. And so I picked up some of this. This is some of it I got for Jerry. Well, there was another darker beige, and I thought it looked kind of good with that quilt block. So I made myself a pair of, they're called Becky pants by Style Arc, and it's just yoga pants. And they had kind of the bell bottom at the bottom. Well, this fabric is different. And it, even though it stretches, I mean, it does stretch, but there's something different about it. I don't know what it is. It's like, it doesn't stretch unless you pull on it, stretch. I mean, it doesn't drape. Does it drape? I don't know. There's just something about it because it's cotton. It's all cotton and a little bit of spandex. And it fit me like paint on the wall. So, first we've got this giant square quilt block on my chest. Then I've got these pants that are so tight. I would not be caught dead in them, believe me. But I thought, oh, well, I'll wear them to go down and fix supper. And then I'll burn them or throw them away or whatever. And so I was fixing dinner. Jerry came in and he said, those pants are a little tight, Joy. I said, I know, they're absolutely horrid. I said, you won't ever see me wear them again after I get this dinner done tonight. So, speaking of dinner, I'm going to do my very first crock pot one. I'll take my camera down and show it to you. How about that? When I get ready to do it. And you can see for yourself. Okay? I'll be back. Okay, those of you who say do it live, I'm very sneezy. Was up half the night sneezing and blowing my nose. So, we're going to try this. So I wanted to show you, I told you about this when I went to my granddaughter's house, and she made us the most delicious, delicious thing in her crock pot. Well, I have a crock pot, you can see that, but I have never, ever used it. I don't know. It's just, this is going to make enough for the whole neighborhood, but it's only for Jerry and me. But I decided, I came up with this plan, and I think it's so good. I'll go ahead and make the crock pot full of food. It's going to be way too much. But then what I can do is we can eat some, and I can freeze some, and then I can put the frozen part in the coach. And then when we go out of town, I'll have all of these frozen meals, and then I can just, you know, take them out of the freezer in the morning, and at night just heat them up in the microwave. And so I won't have to cook in the microwave, you know, make a salad and put it all together. So I want to show you the ones I got. This is what they look like. And they have probably 100 different ones. This one is flavorful pork chops, and in the bag is only the seasonings. And it tells you what you have to buy to put in the pot. So with this one, you have to have boneless pork chops, which I have. Tells you how long to cook it. This one is a roast. So you have to have a 4-pound beef roast. And then this. And then this one is, and this is my very first time to make any of these. Gold medal chicken and gravy, 2 pounds of chicken, and then this packet of stuff. All of it's crock pot. It's called Crock Star. See, Crock Star Dinner Club. And you go to www.crockstardinnerclub.com. And you don't have to have them send you something every month. You can just buy what you want. So that's chicken. This one takes another beef roast. I bought 4 roasts yesterday. Garlic herb pot roast. Does that sound good? I can make a good roast, but I thought maybe this is better. Beefy noodle soup. And this one takes a roast, but then it takes a bag of frozen egg noodles. I didn't know you could buy egg noodles frozen, and I don't have any frozen egg noodles, so I'll have to find those. So that's what they look like. So here's the other one. This is what I'm making. Crock Star's Best Chili. Add 2 pounds cooked ground beef or turkey to the crock pot. So here it is. And then I noticed this same company sells these bags. And I thought, oh my goodness, that's a good idea. And I know it's plastic. Maybe it's BPA free or something. You know, there's so many pesticides on our food and so much bad stuff everywhere. Like my brother said, you know, pray for it before you eat it. So you have to pre-cook the hamburger. And I wondered why you would have to pre-cook it. I thought, this is going to cook for 4 hours. Why would you have to pre-cook the hamburger? Well, this is lean hamburger, 93% lean, and I took over half a cup of grease off it. So I think that's why, because you're supposed to get the grease off it. So we're going to put this in here. That's 2 pounds of cooked lean hamburger, not chili meat. I used to always buy chili grind to make chili, but I didn't have any chili grind. So, ooh, look at that. Ah, it looks good already. So it tells you to put that in. Then it says add this packet of ingredients. So we're going to do that, and you can see it's just the spices and stuff. And are they good for you, bad for you? Do they go with my diet? I don't know. But my diet, I'm going to do more and more keto things. The problem about keto is they cook with a lot of cream and they cook with a lot of cheese. And when you're a sinusy person, an allergy person, you're not supposed to do milk products. So I'm not sure that's going to be a real good diet for me. It says to put in a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. Well, I don't have a 15-ounce can, but I've got 2 small cans. So we're going to put that in here. This is fun. And then I can just go upstairs. Can you believe I've never used this? Ever. I actually have another one that I use for deep frying the fish when we catch fish and I make it. But it's a crock pot too. I've never used it as a crock pot. Okay, so another can of tomato sauce. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so fun. And it tells you on the bag, you saw, it tells you what to do. Jerry's in here fixing a ballast on a light fixture, and he's got a ladder and a bunch of tools in here, but he's gone, so I hope he doesn't walk in while I'm doing this. 15-ounce can tomato sauce, 14.5-ounce can diced tomatoes, and then optional is beans and beans. Well, I'm putting in the beans and the beans because I like beans in my chili. Now, it's so funny, you know, I watch all of these cooking things on YouTube all the time. And a couple of months ago, we watched this lady talk about how to lower your cholesterol. And she said, if you'll start doing this, you go to your doctor to get your cholesterol checked, they're going to be so shocked they're not even going to believe it's you. Now, it doesn't say to stir this up, but it seems to me like you should have to stir it up. Okay, this is looking good, you guys. I'll put the camera over here and show you when I get everything in it. How's that? Okay. And I'm a clean as you go person. Always have been. Let me throw these away. I have pinto beans and the black beans, rinsed and drained. And I'm adding those. Now my brother makes chili with no beans. His wife does not like beans, and he told me chili isn't supposed to really have beans. But I was telling you, we listened to that lady, and she said the 3 things you need to do to totally get your cholesterol down and be perfectly, totally healthy. There was 3 things. One was eat beans every day. Now, beans are high in cholesterol. The keto people say don't ever touch a bean. That lady says eat beans every day. I mean, every doctor tells you different. It's just crazy. So she said beans, nuts, and an apple every day would cure your high cholesterol. So who knows? This looks really good. Let me get the camera over here and show you how good this looks. Rival crockpot. Stoneware slow cooker. I've had it forever. Never used it. And there it is. I think that looks yummy already. And it's kind of crazy because you could eat it that way. I mean, it wouldn't hurt you. There's nothing in it like eggs or, you know, raw meat. It's kind of strange. You got to cook this for 4 hours. Looks like my battery's getting low. I better hurry. Okay, so here's the lid. You put the lid on, I guess. There's a little bit of stuff on that plastic. Put the lid on. Doesn't seem real tight. And then turn it on high. And then 4 hours. It's 12:30. 12:30, time to eat my no-carb lunch. And so 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5. So we'll eat 5 because it says between 4 and 5 hours. 5. We usually eat about 5:30. Top with shredded cheese, sour cream, onions, or Fritos. Fritos. Really. Oh, I went in the laundry and I grabbed this shirt to show you. Oh, this is it. This is it turned out. It's way too big around, but I don't care because it's a sleep shirt now. But this is it. And it's going back in the laundry. And the pants. Oh, you want to see the pants? Hold on. Here's the pants. They're all made. They're all hemmed, elastics in. They're very nice. They're totally made and pressed and everything. But oh my heavens. I've got the top looks like a barn and the pants look like paint on the barn. So I think I'll put these out in a Goodwill bag. They're homemade and I don't know, they'd be great on somebody if they were 20 pounds thinner than I am. They'd be great. They'd be nicer than the ones they get at the store. They're very nice. But, you know, you hate to give somebody something homemade. But I hate to just burn them and throw them away because, I mean, they're great. There's nothing wrong with them. They turn out really good. Oh. And the color is just non. It's just a non-color on me. It looks like my skin for one thing. Okay, this is 3 hours later. I hope the other ones are better than this one. I know one is because I had Lindy's, remember, and it was delicious. It was sausage tortellini or something. Well, these people evidently serve fire-breathing dragons where they live because this is so hot. Not hot temperature, but hot spicy. I think they put a whole jar of chili powder in that bag. When I make chili, if it calls for 4 tablespoons, I put 1 tablespoon. So I have added another whole 15-ounce can of chopped tomatoes, petite diced tomatoes, only I put it in my food processor and turned it into juice, put it in here. Then I added some brown sugar. Then I added a can of V8 sauce. Then I added another can of beans, rinsed and drained. So it's starting to taste almost edible. We'll see. I'm sure the others are going to be really, really good. But for some reason, this chili, oh my goodness. I've had to drink. See my water? Oh my goodness. I keep it going down. I stir it and I drink water and I stir it. I mean, you can smell the spiciness of it. Too much chili powder. Now, you all, a lot of you probably, yay, that's the way we love it. Okay, so you all buy some and you make it if you like it really, really spicy hot like that. I'll be back. We've got a couple more hours. Why? I don't know. It's plenty hot. You could eat it now, but 2 more hours. We'll see what it tastes like then. Now, I always make corn muffins to go with my chili, but no, because I'm on my DESM diet, and even though it's not keto, I'm doing much lower carbs. So I've changed this so much, it's not even their recipe anymore. But we're going to try it and see. Now I've got these Corian countertops in my kitchen. This one's been done 3 times actually. But I was cooking in one of these pots like this, only it was fat, and I was making fish, you know, deep frying fish. And we heard this loud sound. Sounded like a gun went off. And it was this countertop. This countertop cracked from here clear over to there. So that's why I have this up on a cutting board to protect. You would think the bottom of these things, you know, they've got legs on them, but Jerry and I want to completely redo these countertops and redo another bathroom, but back when we tried to do it, we couldn't get anybody who cared to pay attention to us, so one of these days. Anyway, I have this turned off now, so I'm going to get a spoon and I'm going to taste it. See, I'm afraid to even put it here on the countertop here. Let me get my placemat. Ta-da! My Pioneer Women placemat woman, my Pioneer Woman placemat, my Pioneer Woman bowl that Jerry bought me for Christmas, remember? Jerry said he's going to work in the house today because it's so cold outside. Boy, he has been working. He worked in the kitchen doing lights half a day, and now he's upstairs opening and cleaning all the windows up there and caulking underneath them. So, my sewing room is ladders and benches and everything moved out of the way. Can you see the steam coming off of this? Woo, that's hot. That is hot. Now, I don't mind it being hot temperature-wise, but being hot spicy-wise, I do not like that at all. So, maybe I can blow on it a little bit. It's still very chili-fied. Now, like I said, if you like things that are spicy, you know, like lots of chili powder and lots of onions, you'll like it. But to me, the chili I make, which is called Grandma's chili, is way better than this. But since I have enough to feed the whole army, we may be eating it for a lot of coach trips. We better go someplace in the cold because you wouldn't want to eat this on a hot summer day, that's for sure. It'd be so much better with some cornbread, wouldn't it? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, well, I don't know that anybody in the world cares what I'm eating for dinner, so I'll shut this down. Hey everybody, Joy here. It is Tuesday, November 22, 2022. It's 11/22/22. That's a good date, isn't it? Someone needs to get married. Yes, this is the day. In 30 minutes, we're going to get in the car and drive an hour down to Texas to the breast care center someplace for me to get my 10-year mammogram. I don't want to go. Let me take a sip before I throw this all over the sewing room here. Yes, I'm still on my diet, and yes, I've lost 4 or 5 pounds. I still can't really tell, but Jerry said, I can tell your tummy's really gone down. I'm like, okay, somebody tell my measuring tape. But it has. You know, you always lose it up here first. And I think I can tell in my face a little bit. But you know, I need to be losing it down here, not above here. So I'm going to go to this breast care center place in Texas. Then we'll probably go out to lunch. I already found a turkey, but my turkey is the strangest looking turkey y'all ever saw. We went too late. So we went to Sam's, and they had all these strange turkeys in dark brown packages, and they were smoked or something, and I'd never had one like that, so I didn't want to get one there. So we went to Walmart, and we went over to the turkey section. All gone, except for one frozen turkey. I wanted Butterball. I've always bought Butterball. There were no Butterballs. They had Butterball breast, just breast, but no Butterball turkeys. So they had one end of the freezer section, you know, the open freezers there where they put all the hams and stuff. And there had been a whole bunch of turkeys there, but there was only one turkey left. And it was obvious why. That turkey was like this in the package. Jerry picked it up and said, here, get this one. I said, Jerry, there's something wrong with that turkey. He's supposed to be straight, not like this. I'll have to show it to you when I open it. I don't know what was wrong with that poor boy, but, we'll see. Hopefully they just, you know, put him in the package crooked or something. I don't know, but it was the last one they had, so we got it. And let me see, Thanksgiving's in 2 days. Thanksgiving's in 2 days? Seriously? Oh my goodness. Well, it'll be okay. I am on a diet anyhow, so I don't need to be, you know, eating a bunch of pies and stuff. And I'm not even going to make my usual cranberry salad that has whipped cream in it. Not going to make that. Not going to make pumpkin pie. Not going to buy a pie. And we're just going to have the meat and the vegetables. So hopefully I can keep losing some weight. I want to lose a total of 10 pounds because I know I can't keep off more than 10 pounds, so there's no sense losing it. But this is the worst time of the year to lose weight, isn't it? Between Thanksgiving and Christmas, what was I thinking? Oh well, I have started a new project and I kind of like it and I don't like it, but when I get back from the boob smashing machine, I will come back up here and I'll show you the new project that I've started. How about that? I'll see you then. I'm back! Oh yes, I'm back from the squashing factory. Oh, heaven help us. So I got back home and this box was waiting outside for me. So let's open it and see what's in it for my very last video clips for this weekly video. You know, I'm doing weekly now. So I just, you know, every once in a while put the camera on and say, oh, I'll show them this, I'll show them that. Oh, these boxes, I can always tell these boxes are from Missouri Star Quilt Company because they're always this kind of cardboard and they're always square and they're always packed. It's like they have some kind of special box squasher there. So you probably already know this, but if you don't, Missouri Star Quilt Company has a thing called a bundle. And what you can do is, say you just want to order one thing, but you have to pay $5 freight for it because you didn't spend $100 or however much money you have to spend to get free freight. So what they have now is what's called a bundle. So I don't know how many days it is, 4 or 5 days, maybe a week, you can buy something, pay for it, but then have them hold it in what they call a bundle. So I'll order something one day, put it in the bundle. Order something 2 days later, put it in the bundle. Order something 3 days later, put it in the bundle. And so then you only have to pay the $5 once. But of course, by the time the week is over, I've got enough for free freight anyway. Let's see what I ordered because I can't remember. Savannah Batiks. Oh, are these gorgeous. These are beautiful. I love batiks, right? Yes, we just got back from the boob smashing factory. Oh my. They smash you this way, then they turn the machine over and they smash you this way. Oh. I said, this is not very comfortable. She said, I have you on 14. The machine goes up to 40. And I looked at the little monitor on the machine and it said 13.5 pounds. So I guess they were squishing me with 13.5 pounds. So, if I ever get this open, I'll show it to you. It is really wrapped. What I do is but they have a deal every day where they have like 40% off of whatever. And sometimes they have free freight. Now this, I think, is fat quarters. It is. It's a fat quarter pack. I don't usually order fat quarters. But this is batiks. And I love batiks. So this is called Savannah fat quarters. Oh, it's so pretty. This is not what I was going to show you. I told you I'm going to show you my new project, and I will in a minute. But I thought we might as well open this box together. All right, they had these as the deal one day. Missouri Star Quilt Company and their clips. And I'm not sure what they expect you to do with the clips. But what I expected to do was see how they would work on my bolts. I make bolts of fabric. Let me see how thick they are. Oh, well, it's metal and it's kind of fat. See, I'll show you that. See, it's metal, but it can go on. So I would say it could hold a bolt of fabric. They're nice, and it says Missouri Star Quilt Company. Yeah, those are nice. So this was one day's deal. This was one day's deal, or it was on special, or I don't remember. Love this card. Collect them all and show us your quilting pride. Snap a photo of your latest project with this card and use show and tell to share. Heather. Now this one looks a lot like this one, but it's not. This one's called Bountiful. That's called Savannah. And of course, it's more batiks. So that must have been the daily deal one day. Or it was on sale. I never buy anything that isn't on sale. Now sometimes they have these 2-yard cuts and they have them for a very reasonable price. Fabric's $13, $14 a yard now. And so they cut 2 yards. You have to buy 2 yards. This is a batik. But I thought this would be a pretty backing or a pretty blouse. One or the other. Now these batiks, you kind of need to pre-wash them really. Batiks can really run the color on them. And so I wash them and then I put my my little color catchers in there. I just got lipstick all over that one. Ooh, isn't that a pretty color? Oh, I love that. I'm so glad I got it. That's a blouse. Then one day they had the gray. They had 2 yards of the gray. And I thought, well, maybe I'll make a black and gray quilt or something in gray quilt someday. So this is just gray. I'm not going to make a blouse out of it. I don't look good in gray. So we're going to save that for quilting with. Ooh, what's next? This is a pretty one. Oh, is this fabric too? This is 10-inch squares. Royal Plume. Ooh, it's pretty. It'd be pretty with that blue. I needed some more of these. No, I didn't. But, you know, I think of my sewing collection as a little store. And so when I can't do this anymore, my kids can do whatever they want to with my little store. I look through them, and if there's anything I really like that I think I'd like to have a blouse out of, then I can order yardage, you know. Yeah, ooh, that's a pretty blue, isn't it? Oh, very nice. I think you need to make a quilt with peacocks in it with this fabric. So that's what was in my bundle today. I actually started another bundle. I think I ordered their daily deal Saturday maybe, Friday maybe. Not sure what I'll do with these. But all of this will just go into my little quilting department. I'm cutting a hole in the plastic to get the air out. So those will all go in my quilting department, and this will go in my clip department. So, you want to see what I'm working on? It's for Christmas. Let me get my camera reset and I'll show you what I'm working on. Okay, Thanksgiving is in 2 days, and then before you turn around twice, it'll be Christmas again. So this is what I'm making. I bought this from Shabby Fabrics. I have never done Shabby Fabrics in the past because I never liked their name. I thought, shabby, I don't want Shabby Fabrics. You know, I thought maybe they sold rags there or something. I mean, honestly, I never went there. But somebody told me about it, or somebody told them about me. I'm not sure which. But I saw this one day, I got an email, that it was a block of the month, and that it came to you with all the little pieces cut up and already with the fusible on the back. So I thought, oh, I better make that. That has my name in it. And I don't usually do Santas and reindeers and stuff like that. I prefer nativities, you know, for Christmas. But I've already got lots of those. And I thought, well, I made trees last year. I think I'll make sleighs this year. I've only gotten 2 blocks so far. And I don't know why they waited so long to send out a Christmas thing, but it won't be ready till next Christmas, obviously, because I won't have the pieces for it. So I did block number 1 yesterday. It's this one. And you can see it. You can see it right up here. So here's how big the picture is, and here's how big the block actually is. So it's not that much bigger than the block. But it turned out super cute. And I loved that the pieces were all cut out for me. So here's number 2. This is block number 2. So I'm going to make it today, and I'll hang it up next to block number 1. This one says Mary in it. And of course, you know, this is the kind of thing you can cut with your scan and cut, and evidently they have a scan and cut there. I don't know how else they would cut all of these things. But I'm going to do that today. I have my light box here, and I have my pressing surface here. So I can press all the fusibles down. I kind of like to press them down a couple at a time because they move around a lot. And I've already told my husband I need one of those new kind of light boxes for Christmas. And so I showed him one this morning, and he said, well, he was going to check all around and see where he could get the best price, whatever. But I want one of those new ones that's even skinnier than this is. And it's totally flat. This one isn't flat. This one's raised up. And so I'm having to use it long ways, and so my stuff wants to keep sliding, so I don't like this one. And it's 20 years old. I'll give this to Goodwill. Why don't I give it to Salvation Army? Because we don't have one here. So we have a Goodwill. So I'll give it to Goodwill, and somebody can buy it for $5, and they will just love it. And I hopefully will have a new one under the tree. And the one I want is 18 by 24. Let's see what this measures. This measures 10.5 by 17.5. And the one I told Jerry I wanted is 18 by 24. So hey, I bet it's as big as this. Yeah, that's 18 by 22, I think this is. So it'll be at least as big as this. So I'm excited. Before I do anything else, I need to download all the clips on this camera to my computer and make a video and get it up on YouTube so you can watch it before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is in 2 days, my friends, and I pray that you all have a blessed, happy Thanksgiving and that you get lots of love from your family. And I'm praying the same thing for me and Jerry. It actually needs more than a prayer. It's going to need a miracle. But that's all right. God's in the miracle business, isn't he? All right, I love you all, and I'll be back. I'm not sure if next week, but at least the next week, because we're going to Louisville again with the RV. It's got some issue, air out of the brakes or something. So we're going to go down to Louisville on Monday. There's a brand new Joann's down there, and I'm going to go visit it. And of course that really nice Barnes & Noble bookstore's there, and I love to go to the bookstore. Whatever I do, I'll keep making little videos like I did on this, so you can see what I'm doing. So goodbye for now. I'll be back, I promise, before Christmas.